numéro 4. Épisode 5 même.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family, the Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man. And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia. Always a chaotic matchup.
his opponent from the Isles of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Steel had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steel. We'll see which prevails tonight.
Oh, dans un steel cage. C'est la première fois que j'en fais un sur la vidéo.
High Chief Peter Maivia taking out George, the Animal Steel in a
Mettez toute la puissance de votre génération en affrontant directement.
steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against.
Debout près du bord de la cage, maintenez L vers le mur et appuyez sur R1 pour escalader.
One of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steel to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon. The summit of this steel cage is in sight, gentlemen. Trying to escape the cage!
He's sent back to the mat in a heap.
A nasty fall, and now he has to quickly regroup.
He counters with a great reversal. Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime. Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
This is disgusting.
You have to question the mentality of someone who just sunk their teeth into flesh.
Peter Maivia turns that around.
Ouais, et enchaînez vos points forts avec un combo de saisie, puis étalez tout votre arsenal. Un combo de saisie. Un combo de saisie, je suppose qu'on va tenter carré rond.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
J'aurais pu le faire très fort.
Really wrenching it.
Ah non, c'est bon. Là, faut que je continue.
Oh man, jarring.
Attaquer. Ok, attaquer, effectuer une prise ou plonger sur votre adversaire pour remplir le jeu.
Headbutt.
George the Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal. But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? From the top. Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
And that holds Peter Maivia. Double leg takedown.
Gonna stack that up here. Shoulder pin.
Rotate down, gets the cover. Countered into a new cover.
Hold on.
Steel, he counters. Cover. Shoulders up.
Channeling his energy to stay in this matchup. Uh-oh. Nothing fancy there.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
You have to be cautious while climbing. Don't want to slip and fall.
Blast off!
Nice takedown, stack for the pin.
Oh, wait a minute. Turns the leverage for a pin of their own. Oh, turn the pin around. A great counter to cover. Early kick out. Referee right on top of the action.
Wow. Oh, vicious headbutt.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Going to ascend the cage.
From the heavens, big body splash from the top.
Blow after blow, he's on continuous assault.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief. Soaring.
Wow. Takes another trip to the skies, and it pays off once again.
Wards that off. What a response. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body. And a disorienting blow to the head there.
Down opponent and a double axe handle smash.
Et voilà, ça c'est fait. Après, à la première occasion, frappez style avec votre coup spécial Samoan Drop. Samoan Drop. Gagnez ce match comme vous le pouvez. Sortez de la cage tant qu'il est encore sonné ou essayez de faire un tombeau ou une soumission. The Animal Titube, votre finisher dans les 90 prochaines secondes pour clore votre rivalité RX sur la tête de l'adversaire au sol avec un finisher.
Maivia just dominated the animal with that one. Oh, he got him! Is he gonna lock this in?
A stump puller.
Trapped in the clutches of this submission.
This is brutal.
And there you have it. It's all over.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
Flopped, couldn't take it anymore, has to tap.
George the Animal Steele is able to walk out of this cage with a victory over High Chief Peter Maivia.
It's got to be some sort of weird mixture between luck